What's up, entrepreneurs? Welcome back into my channel. I am ready to get into the nitty gritty of today's topic, which is how I leverage real estate to pay for my wedding. I believe in myself. I am in the right place at the right time all the time. My purpose is within me, and I am successful because I apply the knowledge that I receive. And I will tell you this, God does not expose you to something that is not possible for you. So first I want to say that when I started in real estate, it was because I inherited property from my grandfather when he passed away. But when he passed, my sister and I got 3 properties here in the Southern California area. 2 of them we kept, and 1 of them we decided to sell. So the one we decided to sell ended up being my very first flip. I personally put in about $5,000 into the property, listed it on the market, and my sister and I ultimately got about $17,000 each in profits. Now, I took my profit and invested in another flip in Mississippi, which is where I happen to be from. And though I was in California, I know the Mississippi market and I was comfortable there. YouTube University and my realtor was the only knowledge I had. I ended up purchasing the home for $20K all in, rehabbed it for $30K, sold it for $80K, making a $30,000 profit. This is before closing costs, but I took that profit and then I invested into a gym, which is a video for another day. Because now that I'm on the other side of it, I probably should have just kept going in real estate. But like I said, that's a video for another day. I don't regret my decision. It was a great experience. But I continue to flip, right? My next 4 flips, I did not use any of my own money to do. And specifically, I want to talk to you guys about my most recent flip, which I closed in March of this year, 2023. And I used my $20,000 profit to pay for my wedding. So I have a lender in Mississippi. He's a hard money lender. He typically lends about 90% loan to value, 100% rehab costs, which means for this property, I only had to bring about 10% to the closing table. The property cost $60,000 when I purchased it. So I was all in about $12,500, which includes my holding costs for rehabbing the property because I had to keep it for a couple of months, right? So the rehab cost about $15,000. So all in, I'm about $87,000 in for this property. It was a 3-bed, 2-bath. I ended up selling the property for $115,000 before closing costs. But I originally purchased this home as a cash flow property, but that was before I knew I was about to be planning this wedding, y'all. So I went ahead and decided to flip the property for the cash so that I know my fiance would have to come out of pocket for this life event. So this is the importance of having multiple exit strategies when it comes to looking for your real estate deals, because as you can see, things change fast, especially in this market. There's a few things I want you guys to consider when you're looking at real estate deals, specifically for fix and flip. That's what we're going to be talking about today. So if you're looking to do a flip, make sure that the mortgage payment can support the market if it slows down. What I mean is that if you are in a property and you decide you feel like you're going to have to keep it, it's not moving. If your mortgage payment is, say, $3,000, you're going to know this before you even close on the property, what your mortgage payment is going to be. And the rental comp for that area is $2,500, and you find yourself having to hold the property longer than anticipated. If you decide to get a renter, you're going to still be short $500 a month. So that's just something to consider when you guys are deciding to get into these flips or not, right? Coming out of pocket $500 a month versus $3,000 a month is, a lot better. But this is just information you want to have up front so that you know what you're getting yourself into. Second thing I want you guys to consider is making sure that you have a 6 to 8 month budget for the mortgage payment, right? In this market, I would say maybe go for the 8-month mark. For the property that I'm talking to you guys about, I specifically budgeted out 6 months because I plan to refinance from my hard money loan into a 30-year fix. Now, a typical refi is about 30 to 45 days, but I still budgeted 6 months because we did 3 months for the rehab and then 3 months for unexpected delays, right? Which there were plenty along that way. So the 6 months ended up working out perfectly for me. Lastly, I want you guys to consider paying for an inspection report. Now, when you're using a hard money lender, they are not like traditional lenders, so they may not require you to get an inspection report. But this is an important step that you guys don't want to miss, especially if you are a beginner and you don't know how to walk into a property and see how much your rehab costs are going to be. You want to get that inspection report because it's going to tell you exactly what you need to do, structurally, if not just cosmetic, to make sure that that property is brought up to code, right? And when it comes to finding a deal, if you're going to flip locally where you live, you can drive for dollars. Now, this is an old school technique, but it is how I found my very first property, which was driving for dollars. Now, you guys know I flipped remotely, so I personally flew down to Mississippi just so that I could look for a property. I found the perfect property that was vacant. It looked empty. It was not on the market. Once we tracked down the owner, it happened to be bank owned, and it was just a great purchase for me. Now, to prepare yourself for an even better experience, when you find the deal, make sure that when you're looking for contractors that you get at least 2 to 3 bids on that contract. Choose the best one, not the cheapest one, but the best one. And especially if you are doing remote flipping, get a contract signed with your contractor. Make sure that your expectations are in writing and that they're clear, so that you don't get taken advantage of from being, out of state. Final consideration I want you guys to think about is getting a mentor, right? I decided after my first 2 flips that I was going to go ahead and get a mentor, and that was life-changing for me, right? The mistakes that I probably would have made had I continued to flip on my own probably would have been some grave mistakes had I not gotten my mentor when I did. Now, I personally help my students get investment ready. So if you're looking to start real estate investing and you said your finances aren't quite right, or you don't really have the knowledge or the capacity to operate in this type of area, then you guys should join me in my monthly free classes, right? We go over things like, real estate. We talk about business, mindset, and all the things that you guys need to get prepared to operate in a space like this if jumping into real estate, especially while working full time and flipping remotely. It's a lot to think about, right? So my mentorship or my Investment Ready Academy, my free classes will be great for you guys to jump into. So I'll make sure to link those below. And I'll also link information for my mentor, my real estate mentor. I don't personally mentor any students through their real estate investing process, but I can mentor you, or at least provide you with some information and knowledge to think about as you guys are embarking on that journey. But I don't personally coach you through the entire process. So I will be sure to link my mentor below if you are looking for one. I've been with him for about 3 years now, and it's been a super great experience. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.